Hey guys, Mike Moo here. This is the Ring Dashcam. It just arrived. I'm going to do a quick little unboxing and we'll go ahead and install it in the car and see if it's worth it. Now for those of you guys that don't know, this was just recently announced at CES 2023. Okay, looks like we have a little quick start guide and it comes with a little wiper thing to wipe your windshield, and it looks like this inside. So here we have the dash cam. As you can see, it's actually very small and it looks like it attaches very easily as well. I think the installations only take a few minutes. How this installs in your car is this attaches to a front of your windshield and it connects to the car via your OBD2 port, which is most cars. Not a lot of electric cars though, so if you have an electric car, chances are you'll want to check the compatibility list. And then it gets the data and the information and power from your OBD2 port through a USB-C cable that then plugs directly into here. And no, you cannot power this separately from a USB-C port. It's not going to be something that's going to allow it to use all the features. This is the simple tool that is used to adjust the cables as you route them along the base of your windshield. And then we have the OBD2 port adapter here. Since I have some other things plugged into my OBD2 port right now, I had to get some sort of expansion thing. And I'll have a link down below for the ones that I use. We got these little 3M cord routers. So there's a bunch of them here, as well as some replacement stickers that are going to help stick this piece directly to your windshield. Now you're probably going to want to try to set this up in your house first, because there's a QR code that I see down below that you're going to want to scan in order to set up the device. This is pretty common nowadays and does make life a little bit easier, as long as you remember to do that with your smartphone. Now, this is something that is basically like the Owlcam. If you haven't seen my review, you should check that out. I think the Owlcam was a really good dash cam, and unfortunately, there were reception issues. So it didn't work out, and it was $15 a month. This is $6 a month at the highest price, and at the lowest price, $60 a year. So it's going to be something that's going to be pretty special if it works, because unlike the Owlcam went out of business when they got bought out by some other company, this one is actually backed by Amazon. So if anything, they're gonna have the money to keep this thing going. All right, so we got this, and it fits right in with the whole Ring ecosystem thing. You got the protective lens cover thing. One thing to note is that this one, unlike the Owlcam, this one actually has a physical protective privacy cover here that it just flips up and down. See that? So if you don't want it to function and record while you're driving, you want some privacy, you can just flip this up. Now, here's the interesting thing. How many thieves or anybody that's going to your car are going to know to go ahead and flip that up? Yeah, I don't know. So that's something to consider too. I wish that they didn't put that on there, but I suppose, hey, anybody can unplug it as they get in. So what's great is it's LTE connected, so that everything can be, you can actually stream in and look at the car and talk to someone who's in the car itself directly from the Ring app, which I'm going to test out in a little bit. That's something similar to what I used to do with the Owlcam. I found that useful just to check in on my wife when she's driving from and to places, and it'd be completely hands-free for her. It just works like an intercom. And that's something I like. One big difference I see here is that there are less lights on here versus the Owlcam. Okay, these are infrared lights so that it can see in the dark towards the inside. And I see that there's less lights, and obviously there is no screen. So everything you're going to have to configure, you're going to configure through the Ring app itself. It looks like a lot of the electronics and stuff is actually in the arm itself. So that's a little bit different from the Owlcam, where it's just basically on the main device. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add this to my account. They do give you a 30-day trial for the Ring Pro, which I'll have details over here to show you the differences between whether or not you subscribe or don't subscribe to the LTE data plan. And I think if you're getting one of these, the main thing is that you'll want to subscribe to the LTE data plan. That's the whole point. So you can see live what's going on in your car real easily from one app that you might already use for all your other alarm systems. And no, unfortunately, there is no discount for this whole Ring app, even though if you do subscribe to Ring Pro, this is a completely separate type of add-on, and it's by per device, not whole system-wide, because they got to pay for the data. One other caveat about that is that there's only 2 gigabytes of data allowed during that period of time. So you can imagine if you're streaming stuff directly from this, things you're looking at inside pretty much look like a potato, because 2 gigabytes is nothing. Especially if you're streaming full HD. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set this up. So I just installed the Ring Dashcam. Took about 10 minutes, 15 if I'm trying to stick in the cables a little bit better. I was just temporarily just plugging it in. So I'm already impressed. It's actually performing a lot better than I thought it would be because let's face it, before I went and installed this, I looked up some Ring camera videos to see what other people have been saying about it. And honestly, it looks pretty, I have to say. Plus, this is how long it takes for this. I'm going to tap to go live right now. Okay. See this? Tap to go live. 1, 2, 3. 3 seconds. It takes 3 seconds. I'm looking live right now off the feed into the car. I can see the front or the back if I want to. I'm going to stop this and I'm going to compare this to the Garmin. So those of you guys that have been following along, I have cameras covering our entire new car. All right. Now, sometimes it doesn't catch the things that happen around it, such as I got another ding at the parking lot, but that was my bad. And it wasn't a ding that I created. Someone hit my car and I got a little ding. Didn't catch them because I actually not have my battery in there at the time. Separate thing. I was just doing a battery review. Okay. So here to go live, okay, I'm going to press on go live, live view. All right. You'll see that it takes, and I did this test. Okay. So it's connecting to the feed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I swear it was okay. See that? It took a lot longer to get a live view feed. This is a live view feed outside the right-hand side of the car right now. Yes, I can look at things live off of the Garmin, and no, I don't have to pay a fee to do this. I do have to provide the Wi-Fi though. But as you can see, 7 seconds later to look at a live view is a lot slower than 3 seconds, 7 to 10 seconds. Earlier I did a test, it took 7 seconds. This time it took 10 seconds. And they're within a couple of feet apart from each other. So really the Wi-Fi range might have been affected a little bit by it, but still there's a significantly faster speed in terms of connectivity with the Ring. So that's already a win for me. And I want to say I don't have the Owlcam with me anymore. I did have it for a little bit and it seems to be a little bit faster, but it could be just that the SIM and the data that it's pulling from is off of a different carrier. Okay, so that might have affected how quickly this stuff could connect, but it could also be connected via Wi-Fi. I'm not sure. Either way, this is a win in my book. Now, before I can share any videos from here, and I'll just share a video on here, I'll just let you know that what happens is you can see a short little, small little preview of what was going on. This is me earlier fussing around in a car, vacuuming. Okay. And as you can see, I can go back and see it just on the timeline, and it does this a lot better than a lot of the other third-party competitors as far as cloud-connected services. It's just a better implementation. Well, Ring obviously is good at this because you have all the doorbell cams, but before I can share a video, I actually have to let it process on their servers. So I click on share, and it says, okay, do you want to share the video? You click enable share, you have to agree and continue, and it has to be processed by the servers on Ring before it's available to share. So it takes a little while for any of these things to happen. You know, I have fairly short little clips right now. I haven't actually taken this out in the wild yet. This is just the first impressions installation, and I'm already fairly impressed by the improvements that I get. If you're interested in seeing what I was talking about, you should check out my Owlcam video, which this is a very direct competitor. In fact, so direct in that I think some of the engineers or one of the founders, don't quote me on this one, but it's probably a link that I read somewhere that they actually moved from the Owlcam team or not. They were formerly started up were former engineers or something, or the creators of the original Owlcam went on to help create this for the Ring team. Okay, that's my understanding, and I think it's implemented pretty well here, I have to say. All right, so those are my first impressions. I'm going to say that if you want something that is connected on 4G, you don't mind spending at most $6 a month to do a live view, live notifications off of your Ring, and you're already aware of what little quirks that Ring has with their application, and you're okay with whatever privacy concerns that some people have with Ring, then I would consider getting this. It's right now available
for $250. My feeling is once people find out more about this dash cam, and especially in crime-ridden areas, this will probably sell out pretty quickly. So if you are interested in it, I suggest you get right on it, order one right away. All right, that's it for this video. Please give it a like, subscribe for more. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.